Hello everyone, it's Anna from Anna's Paper Creations, and welcome back to part 2 on questions answered. And in the first part there was a question about how to use up your scraps, so I made some suggestions and also made a tutorial on how to make this, so I will just leave them there so you have something to look at while I'm reading from my papers here. And first of all, I want to thank you all for your support and kind comments. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry I have not had the time to answer your questions before. I have been working all day with a project that has to be finished, so I hope you understand. And I also get a lot of questions every day, and many of them are the same, so many of them I will just answer general, because they are the same but from different albums. And this will be my last question answered video, and as many of you know, I have a reading and writing problem, so it can be difficult for me sometimes. And also have so many videos that I get a lot of questions every day. So I have thought about how to make it more easy for me and you, and also that you don't have to wait so long before you get your questions answered. I've made a video where I show most of the items I get many questions on and what I most use. And also will show some fussy cutting and how to prepare the images. There are daily questions about that, so then I can link this video below all the videos I make, so you can find it easy if you have some questions. So if you don't get your question answered in this video, please watch the video and I will link to it below in the description box. It's below the video. I will also make a blog post and will answer your questions there. So if you wonder of something, please look there, and if it's a new question that hasn't been posted and answered before, I will answer it there. And will also post the link to that blog post below the video in the description box. So I hope this will work fine for you also. And now for the questions. Many of these questions are the same but from different videos. So I hope you get your answer here, because it's impossible. It was some 100 questions I had now. First it was the zipper I used in the Secret Garden mini album, and where it's from and where I bought it. And it's from Prima, and I bought it here in Norway, but you can get it in most online stores. And if you don't find it there, you can Google search for it, and then you will find some shops that has it. So, and if I use a wireless remote control, and what camera I use, and if it was expensive. And yes, I use this remote control here, and it's a Canon 307 video camera, and it's a bit expensive. But I know you also can use your iPhone or some other phones that you can film with. So if you have that, try that first, and then you can buy a video camera if you like to. And then it was the Tim Holtz lantern, if I used a toilet roll or just toilet paper, and why I did it, and if I will make a tutorial. And it was toilet paper, and it was because me and Linda at Live Art Now, we challenge each other to use some items that was not scrapbook related. So it was a bit fun to use some other things and see what you can use it for. So I had to twist my head a bit to get to use it, but it worked. and there is no tutorial on that. And I will always tell in my videos if I make tutorials on things, so if I don't say there will be no tutorial, then I didn't film it when I made it. So I always only make one of each. And then it was what brand the chain punch is and where to find it. And the chain punch here is from EK6S, and that you also can find in most online stores, and you can also Google search where to find it. Google is a very good helping to find images or whatever you're looking for, so hope you find it there. And then what glue I use on Tyvek envelopes when I make hinges and so, and I use the Exeron sticker here. I find that very useful, but you can use liquid glue, you can use glossy accent, and just to make sure it's a strong glue. Just cut out some of the envelope and try with different glues on the paper, and then you see what works best. And then it was if I live nearby the ocean, and they hear some sound in the background, and yes, I live near the ocean, but it's not the sound from the ocean you hear. It's I don't know why, but the camera makes that noise. So and then it's how much I pay for different things, and I don't always remember. Some of you have asked about the score tape, and it's very costly, but if you also Google search that and look at Etsy and eBay, and then you type in what does it say, lowest cost, I think it stands. So then you can get it much more cheaper there. And also for other things I buy, I try to look around a bit where I can get a good price. And then it was how to bind the pages in different albums. And I try to explain a bit in the videos, but it's a bit difficult when I don't show it how to do it. But there are many tutorials out there, so just type in on YouTube what you are looking for, and I'm sure you will find most of what you are looking for. And then it was the fasteners I used in my old curiosity shop. There was many people who was wondering about this, and it's this little fastener here. If I can get it closed up. And I think it was from Making Memory, or I bought it on Etsy. And then there were some questions about the masculine cards and mini album I made. If I can show how to make them so they stand up. And I have a tutorial on that. It was the Secret Garden, and I will try to find the link and post it below, so I show how to do it. And then where to buy patina, and I don't know. This was a gift to me from Linda, and she bought it here in Norway, but she said she has also found it in USA, but with a different name, so just type in for a rusty mixed media or something. I don't know the name, so and Google search for it. So, and then it was how to get involved in swaps, and I know many of YouTube has that, and Lil Scrap of Heaven, she has some swaps. So and you on many blogs I think you can find swaps, and also on Facebook. So I'm not often on Facebook and not looking so much at blog, so I'm not sure, but just search for it. And then how long things may take to make, and when I'm making things I forget time and place, so and I never take the time, so I really don't know. Yeah. And then where I'm from, and I am from the south of Norway, and now we have a summer here, and it's really beautiful. And how my puppy is doing, and he's doing very well, and he still steals my flowers and laces and go outside and pick flowers to me, so he's really sweet. And then it was a question about the Claudine Helmut Multimat. She gets bubbles, and then I wonder if you use your heat tool. If you do that too hard, it can start to bubble up, but if you just leave it and air dry, I've never got bubbles, but maybe it's about how dry the air is or hot it is inside or cold. I'm not sure. I have never had that problem. And then it was a question about how to make a pocket mini album, secret garden album, and if she should use off-white or white paper. In the tutorial I showed in off-white just so it would show up better, but in my roof album I used white, but you use any color you like to. And she also wondered if she should decorate the pages before she bind it or after, but you do what you find is most easy. So you can try one page before, and then you can attach them and try the rest, and then you see how it works for you. So that's how we all learn, or me anyway. I learn from doing things, and then I see what's most easy. And then it was a question about the lady's diary, journal yearbook, and what sizes intermediate, sorry I can't pronounce it, pieces. And she couldn't understand what I said in the video, and sorry, my voice is a bit low sometimes when I create, I forget myself. So I'm sorry I do not have the album anymore, but just try and find out what works. So I do that many times, and then I have to change it if it's too big or too small, and yeah. And then it was some questions about the Tim Holtz mixed media suitcase lamp, what I used to make the suitcases, and I made it all from chipboard, and I covered it all with different materials. I used a lot of different things there, some fabrics and some papers that I crumbled up, and some, what do you call it, to get the things bumpy, it's a sort of paper, no, paint. And also how I attach the lamp, and it was attached inside of the top suitcase. And then there were some questions about how to make a double envelope mini album, part 1. What other size of other envelopes can be used for the album? And you can use any size you like to, just adjust the measurements for the pages. So, and where I got my ladies' diary papers, some of them I had in my stash from before, and some I got in the design team pack I got. And this you also can maybe find on eBay or Etsy or Google search for it. So that was these questions, and all the other questions, if you didn't get answer your question here, it's a separate video for the most asked questions, and I will link to that video below, so there I will be answering all the other questions. There was one question I forgot to answer, and it was if I made a matchbox and mini album. and if I can point to the tutorial if I made one. And I have made a matchbox with a mini album inside, but it hasn't been published yet. It's a graphic 45 design team project, but I'm sorry, I have no tutorial for that. But if you look or go to the search box on YouTube, then you can type in matchbox and mini album and tutorial and scrapbook, and then I'm sure you will find something. So I hope this was helpful, and again I'm sorry I hadn't had the time to answer you before, and I know some of you have been waiting, but I hope you have figured it out. So then I wish you all a happy and creative day, and take care.